Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm here with my boy Q. Nigga is working as always. He's a workaholic, bro. Can we just give this dude his flowers for working so much? I know the drill. I work a lot too, but man, working 7 days a week for the next month. I've been through that. Working in the oil field. I know how that feels. But he don't work in the oil field, but he busting his tail right now. So just give him his flowers, man. And Terry, y'all know the drill, man. Y'all get that man his flowers too for letting us do what we do on this show. This is also a little shout out to BS3 Network and Ben. We should see Ben in here shortly because he always drop in here and say hi. He say what's up, But shout out to Ben and letting him do what we do on our platform as well, using his platform to show love. But let's go over this. Q, what's up, man? How's your week?
Man, I'm chilling, man. My week has been good, man. This coming up weekend, I will not be on the show next weekend. I will be from Thursday through Sunday evening. I will be working in a remote location. So I had to go through and get some government clearances to do what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah.
That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it, man. Do we even discuss my week?
Hey man, I'm just glad you're good, bro. Hey, I'm gonna do this for you since it's not showing on camera, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I'm gonna take my piece week.
Please do. As y'all see, we don't have our normal background. And if you don't know, let's catch you up with my end of the week. My end of the week ended with a car wreck. Might as well say 2 days ago. I was taking my son to his barbecue practice. Yes, a barbecue practice. And it's a little it's a group that he has for school. And they have competitions with barbecue and grilling and so forth. A little fun thing for him, and it's real competitions out there for high schoolers. So I was on my way to take him. They started at 5 o'clock because you know how they it takes time for preparation and whatnot. And being as muggy and crazy as the weather is over here right now with all the drizzling, and it was 5:30 in the morning. I was taking them, and right off of the highway, the dude lost control. Here's the crazy part. I don't even know if I told you this. I was behind an emergency ambulance with his lights on. The ambulance had the lights on. It was a truck right in front of us, then the ambulance, I should say. But the dude lost control somehow. We were going east, he's coming west, and he lost control somehow, dodged the ambulance and the truck, and he sideswiped me, but at the same time, I dodged him from a head-on collision, and he hit us kind of like in a sideswipe, and still, I don't know if that makes sense. Sideswipe and still banged the hell out of our rear end, made me spin onto oncoming traffic, and when with oncoming traffic, I dodged him to get back in the median, but at the same time, still managed not to flip over because our Jeep Grand Cherokee was on its two wheels, and we're, it was bizarre. Everything happened that fast, yet everything slowed down while I was doing everything. I had an out of body experience. This shit was crazy. It was insane. But I'm a little sore. I got this lidocaine, I think that's what they call it, on my neck.
Yeah.
I got
was
pills.
this just a pedestrian vehicle, or was this like a company vehicle?
It was a pedestrian vehicle. I got my lawyer. I already got a lawyer on top of it as well. We're definitely pursuing quite a bit because I think I'm gonna be missing work. My wife is gonna be missing work because that Jeep was our transportation to work. Of course, we work together. And then of course my other job, but we're definitely gonna be getting I'm going for compensation and hospital bill payments. Which isn't gonna be much. It's not much for that hospital, both our hospital bills, but still that insurance. We got all that, but it's in God's hands right now at this point, man. It's gonna be in his hands, man. So Terry, what's up? Yeah, hit them stars. What stars? We got something new going. Hit them stars.
Yeah, that's I guess he's talking about on Facebook.
Okay.
The stars you do on Facebook. So hey, hit the stars on Facebook.
Hit a like. Hit the stars.
Hit like, share. Do what you do.
Yeah, hit the share button. Hit comment. Let us know. We here. We in the building still, even though I'm hurt. We here. I ain't going nowhere. And then he goes, "Glad you good, bro. Hey, man. And again, thank you to everybody that reached out to me. Y'all, like I said on Facebook, y'all are a blessing to me for showing up and just praying for us. That's a huge blessing. I'm stressed. I'm a little stressed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stressed. I'm worried about everything that's gonna go down. I've never been in this situation, so if y'all got any advice, please let me know. Holla at me. Hit my inbox. Let me know. Give me some ideas on what to do. I'm always willing to learn.
I would tell you right here always, on stream.
Ben,
how you doing, sir?
Ben, what's up, man? Always good to see you in here.
So I would tell you right now, Kev, what I do, because I'm always in pain. I literally meditate, and after I meditate, I soak in a long hot bath to, Epsom salt and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? I listen to, and this I don't know, but I listen to jazz music. So
jazz know what I'm saying? Music is really good. That's actually an underrated. What do you call it? Art of music. It's
underrated genre. So like I'll sit in the tub. I'll put on some Duke Ellington or something like that. And just sit back and just listen to these instrumentals, man, and relax my mind, bro.
Yeah, that's always good, man. That's always good to do. But we're moving on, man. Besides me, I'm glad everybody's here. I'm glad to be here. Blessed, to see, just to be able to do what we do. Q, I'm just happy you're on here with me, brother, because we got some things to get into. Ben, appreciate you, brother. Just keep me in high hopes because my hopes right now are at a 2 out of 10. So just pray for me, man. Just continue to give me, keep me upbeat. And if you guys are on Facebook, you can support the podcast by sending stars to the fellas. Yeah, you can. And I forgot all about that. It's just, hey, I'm glad here Terry doing his due diligence on the back end. I see you, brother. See you.
If I recall right, isn't Terry traveling right now?
Yeah, he is.
Aren't you traveling too?
He's with his grandkids right now. Miles and miles away from home. He, needed to get out and go see his grandkids. Man, hey man, be safe on the way back.
Be safe,
please. I can't have you in my situation.
Whatever
you do, man.
I'm trying to figure this out, man. I guess my chair low or something, or your camera high or something.
It's because we don't normally have our.
No, it's looking like you like extra taller than me or something.
Well, I got an inch on you.
No, you don't. I'm 6'1", dude.
We gonna say 6'2" today. It's probably my hat, brother. It's we just go, but we gonna continue with it. Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm with my grandbabies, man. You enjoy those grandkids, man, and that's gonna be your light. That's gonna bring freshness to your life. I guarantee you, man. But let's get into today's topics, man. Let's get with it. So as y'all know, we are going to be talking about some foolishness. And I want your thoughts on this foolishness here. First, we're going to talk about Dodo Bird. Don't he look like a dodo bird? Remember, what was the name of that movie? Or cartoon that we got it from? I think it was an old school Bugs Bunny. I should have brought up the picture and do it side by side.
I've never known the dodo bird's name, but I know what you're talking about. Well, not the dodo bird. You talking about the vulture.
Yeah. So anyway, but Goofy here was arrested, and the arrest warrant was, put out, but he didn't want to leave his house, and he just continues to pile on just issues on top of issues. And there's actual players that are actually saying, "Hey, you need to get checked, brother." Like, there's some real CTE issues, and then some people are actually saying, "No, we can't blame it on CTE without, what? Come on, man, the signs are there. He didn't act like this before when he first got into the league. Now all of a sudden he gets a few head injuries, and we here at this stage. What you think, Q?"
He in Kanye camp, man. I just feel like that whole camp need to be in the sanitarium. So it is what it is.
It is,
I ain't got much to say, bro. I'm just like, they got more money than me, man. So I ain't worried about them. I can't be worried about people who got way more money than me, man. I got real life issues. These folks creating issues for themselves. They have all the resources to not be to not be in those type of situations, to seek the best professional help. I'm sitting up here with bad legs because I can't afford to get them fixed.
It's gonna work out for you. Your life gonna change once that happens. But man,
but I'm just saying they got generational wealth, bro, and they out here like they in the streets dead poor, bro. That's the thing. Like, I hate to say it, but it is apropos for the situation. They should have never gave you niggas money.
Should have never. So I have this saying, right? You know how people athletes are continuously getting in trouble, and it always seems like none of them have control over their own camp. I have this saying, millionaires don't know how to be millionaires. And honestly, if I was just to get just a tad bit of money, let me say a few $1,000s, let's say 30, I'll say 100, right? Let's say $100,000. Money tends to change people, whereas as you see this guy, and actually was on the podcast. I can't even think of the podcast, and I got it right here. The Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor. I love that podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
And Channing. And they had him on there, and he was trying to tell him, look, money has changed you, right? Ryan Clark was trying to, settle his differences with Brown, but he just kept telling him, man, it wasn't that. Money never changed me. No, money did change him. And this is what happens when you get a little bit of money. And a lot of people don't know how to be millionaires. They don't know how to put the right people in their right camp. They don't have the right people whispering in their ears. Like, listen to Kanye and his foolishness and a lot of the shit that these celebrities do. It just continues to make no sense. Like, it make sense. Come on, people.
So for me, if I was rich, I've always had the mindset, like now, no watches, no jewelry. If anything, you'll see me with my dad's dog tags on.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been like that since I was young. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was, I never wanted to become a target for anybody. You know who put me up on that game? An old white doctor.
Ooh.
His name was Dr. Hood. My grandmother, would go and work for him. He taught me how to play chess. He recognized my intelligence at a very young age. And he used to always tell me, he was just like, you see, he's like, I have a nice house, but you see what I drive? He was driving a 4Runner. He said, I never want to make myself into a target. He was like, I have money, but I don't dress expensive or anything. I never want to make myself. The watches I do have are maybe $120 fossil watches.
Right.
I don't have any rings. I don't have any gold chains, anything like that. Because the thing is, first of all, as a black man with money, that's one target on your back. They looking for you to slip up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, why would you just constantly put yourself in situations to make that bullseye even bigger on your back?
And it's not only that, brother. Let's get real. You got millions of dollars, right? Kanye is in the same situation, man. Like, we can literally sit here and say all these people that continuously have these issues, and it's just not these two knuckleheads, no pun intended. But you got people in your camp that you don't have people in your camp to say, hey, I'm gonna need you to straighten the hell up. Like, Q, you would be one of my boys and smack me in the back of the head and say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? They don't have that for some reason. I don't get why you would, and like, and Ben said it right here, and that's why I got it highlighted right now. AB definitely has CTE, but you can't test it while he's alive. And it's absolutely right. But the symptoms are there. He's got the symptoms of CTE. It's clear.
He has the symptoms of CTE.
Yeah.
And that is very clear. But at the same time, the fact that he's, like you're saying, don't have the right people around him to even get him to sit down and chill out. Mm-hmm. Because he's either the route he's going, he's either going to do harm to someone or to himself. Yeah. Or someone's going to do something to him.
Yeah, his NFL career is definitely over, bro. It's just there's no saving that. I mean, come on, there's no one's gonna want to sign you after the stupid shit that he's pulled recently. ABs are off this release.
So that's my thing, which would be, I just believe in, if you have money, be like, if you're like. For instance, look at Donovan McNabb.
Right.
Donovan McNabb got plenty of money. Donovan McNabb is probably somewhere chilling, not paying attention to nothing.
Well, I can't necessarily say that, all right? Because he does have some stupid stuff that he says. when he's on TV. I say that.
So
to say
that's
this.
an analyst. That's analyst type stuff. I'm talking about he's not getting in trouble.
Yeah, you got a point.
He's not in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
He's not getting counsel. He's not losing endorsements.
Okay, all right. You got me. You got me because
there's a difference between giving your analyst opinion versus you're making public statements or getting in trouble with the law.
Facts. These are facts, people. And Q set the market right on this one because I was taking it to another lane, but Q actually veered me right back into
we can't do that.
Yeah, so
because it's the thing. It's a difference between your opinion on the sport versus you actually being a part of the sport and getting in trouble when you're trying to rebuild your career.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right because the stupid stuff he says is sports related, and going back to McNabb, and I know you used to like McNabb in the past, but yeah, the stupid stuff he says is not political. It's always sports related, and he may be seen as a hater at times. And I used to like McNabb. I kind of still do, but
I still do. Him and Randall Cunningham were the best quarterbacks that Philadelphia ever had.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
I still say. Who you gonna tell me, Nick Foles?
No.
Who you gonna tell? You gonna tell me Carson Wentz?
No. He helped us get to the promised land. We had a magical year that year with those two. Ever since Wentz got hurt,
Jalen Hurts' resume ain't long enough.
No, it ain't. You're missing one person though.
Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Vic resume wasn't long enough in Philly.
It wasn't, and it's only but you have to say we're gonna just real quick.
Look what Donovan McNabb did. Look at what Randall Cunningham did. We getting off the topic.
We all getting off the topic. You know what? Let's get back to
Let's move to the next topic.
Because man, we can go.
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this amongst ourselves.
But
because I gotta put you in check.
No, you ain't, man. You can't do that with me. That's my squad.
That was my squad for years.
Next squad. Next subject, man. Next topic. And I just want to say why this, and it's this hurts. It's pain. There's suffering as always. It was another shooting right before Thanksgiving, and I didn't hear much about it, and I don't know why I'm not hearing much about it before then. But we had an idiot that had a manifesto. This guy was just to pull a coward move in Walmart. He was a night shift manager. The neighbor noticed that he was a little off the chain. Meaning he keeps to himself. He lives in that house by himself, by the way, but he was more, I don't know how to say it, but anyway, going over what happened, police responded to reports of a shooting in a store at 10:12 p.m. Walmart. According to an eyewitness, Bean snapped before shooting a woman, proceeding to kill employees within the break room, and then firing at least 10 shots in the grocery aisles. A survivor reportedly said that she and her coworkers had gathered in the break room to start their shift when the shooting started. Her manager entered the room without saying anything, indiscriminately shot at anyone he saw. Another eyewitness account said that the gunman was laughing as he opened fire. I'll repeat that. Laughing as he opened fire. That's wow. Another witness said the gunman seemed to be targeting his victims, saying he ordered her from out of a table she was hiding under, saw her face, and told her to go home. Wow.
So I can, true enough, I'm not, because the story is not making sense right now. So here's the thing. He indiscriminately shot somebody, but then they turn around and say was shooting people, but then they turn around and say he was picking out people to send them to go home. That's already a contradiction in the statement, right?
But all right, and see, this is from this. Of course, I'm reading from Wikipedia, and like you said, it's a contradiction. But according to witnesses and during the investigation, he had a list. He had a list of people he wanted to kill.
So he wasn't indiscriminately shooting anybody.
He wasn't indiscriminately.
And it clearly says on the article. So I'm not excusing him killing people. There's never a reason to kill people unless you're defending your home or being attacked. But people were harassing him, and he had a mental break, and he did what he did. So here's the thing. If we can excuse all these white people for saying that, oh, it was a mental breakdown.
Bring it home, bro.
You can get him. The same applies to him. He can get up. I'm not saying he should get off, but he can say, because of the fact that in his manifesto, he says that his coworkers were harassing him. Mm-hmm. His employment status had changed. He can say he can plead temporary insanity in that moment when he went to work. They said he had a break. He started lashing out, you know what I'm saying, had a breakdown while he was in there and just started shooting people. Yes, it was probably planned out, but he probably was fed up. So my thing is this right here. It's the same thing with bullies. If you got people at your job bullying you and stuff like that, you probably just tired, feel like my thing is, are they going to dig to see if there's any complaints he's filed or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. But as a manager, though, he's a manager, a night shift manager. He should have something, you know. He's able to do something, you know.
So the thing is, I think if you have people harassing you, as the manager, the only thing those people can say is, oh, he's been a mean manager. All that. It's a he say, she say situation. Or he say situation.
Yeah. But
I'm not excusing it at all.
I wouldn't.
I'm just looking at it from a different perspective.
Right.
So, should he go to jail or be committed somewhere? Yes.
Well, I mean,
he took lives.
He did shoot and kill innocent people as well. There was one innocent bystander he did kill. It was a woman.
That's a manslaughter charge.
That is, and you should definitely rot in hell for taking an innocent life. Well, all of them are innocent. I'm gonna just say that. But especially killing someone that has nothing to do with anything. I mean, you definitely deserve the chair for that. I don't even think. See, stuff like this, man. You don't deserve the chair. I mean, the needle. You deserve the chair. You deserve.
Well, we don't do the chair in a civilized society anymore.
We don't, and it's I'm for it. When you do harsh crimes like this, you need to suffer a little bit.
My thing is this right here. I was on Twitter. Somebody tried to say, "Oh, you guys are always saying mass shooters are black," and they start bringing up a bunch of black people. Because here's the thing: a mass shooting is considered a mass shooting if you kill 4 or more people.
Mm-hmm.
That description needs to be changed.
Yeah, it's. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of the. One black person shoots somebody, he's a thug, right? You get one guy, a white guy, who's a Caucasian dude, goes up and shoot up, multiple people and killing multiple people. Oh, he's just insane. He's this, he's that. He's not a thug though. He's not a.
They're thugs too.
Exactly, but I'm tired of the media constantly just throwing darts at single darts. This dude here, the black delegation.
He had a break.
You either, bro?
Yeah, he had a break, but you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
And he did kill himself too, though. So
he had a mental break. He ain't going. He in the seventh circle of hell. There we go.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's gonna get his when it comes down to it. But he's got to face.
That's why it's not a real big media thing, because he killed himself.
He killed himself. Yeah.
There's no trial on that. There's no trial. There's no. There's not going to be able to be a protest or anything like that. So, there it is right there. But we got like 29 minutes left. We got some other pressing topics to get into.
I'm right there with you, brother. Let's go. So, just can't, man. I gotta laugh at it. That's why when I had this banner, I can't with this guy, man. Like, just like Brown, I really can't. I really can't with
that. Actually keeps its value. We're going to finish this section of the show with Friday's Independent. And Josh, I suppose you won't be inviting Kanye West to Hanukkah this year?
No, strangely not. I like Hitler, Kanye West praises. Don't cut that little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, I did not say that. Praises Nazi during shocking Alex Jones interview. This is Kanye West trying to out Alex Jones. The disgraced rapper Kanye West, who is, I guess, now more disgraced, if that's at all possible. He was on with Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes. And Alex Jones was sort of, he started going on, and Alex Jones was sort of trying to go, look, but you're not really like a proper Nazi.
Rather than you reenact it, why don't we watch it? Let's have a look and see what happened.
You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician, you can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table.
You want first crack at that? Because the mental. You know what? No, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna let you do yours last. Because did he just say this man invented the microphone that I use, and also invented?
I mean,
in the words of Terry, the level of crack that he's using, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'll take it back. What? I don't get it. I don't know what to say. With this dude said Hitler did some good stuff. I can't name one good thing he did. Where's his factoid? Who's he getting his facts from, Q?
So the man that invented the microphone name is James West.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically enough, he shares the same last name with Kanye.
Oh, God, no.
And the first modern roads were developed by Scottish engineers Thomas Telford and John Loudon McAdams. But this was years before the first roads with tar were created. That undergoes to the Champs Elysees in Paris. So, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm just double checking something. Oh my God, bro.
I don't.
All right, but anyway, Hitler did not create those things.
No.
So what they did was in Germany, they implemented the Autobahn, which is just a highway system. They implemented it.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the creators of it. They have the best highway system in the world. it's the most efficient highway system in the world, but
they didn't create it.
They didn't create it.
And the microphone and
that belongs to the
and he doesn't have CTE, for ladies and gentlemen, like we were talking about with Brown earlier, Antonio Brown, his buddy, by the way. Dummies do roll in packs, so yeah, this seems about right. I don't know where they get this. Where's his high IQ that everybody's talking about, bro?
The man that created this is 91 years old. He's from Farmville, Virginia. He's American. He looks to be African American. He a light-skinned brother. But yeah. He is 91 years old, man. And Kanye literally just overlooked this man and gave that honor to Adolf Hitler.
I don't get it.
So anything that you're saying that he did good is a farce.
It's definitely. Oh, and look at this comment. And I didn't see where he said it. Can you give me like a source for this? Dopamine streams. He said he's standing by Balenciaga's child pornography loving asses. I guess.
Dope. I appreciate you coming through, my boy.
But can you give me a source on that, please? Because I would like to share that. Like, if he's really standing by Balenciaga, and even.
So my thing with I had this conversation with Dope. What we see as Balenciaga is not an American company. Let's get that out the door first. What we see as abhorrent to what we see as American, what we don't approve of, they may approve of wherever Balenciaga is from. We, due to our moral standards and stuff, we say, hold up, wait a minute, we like Pimp C, hold up. But over there, where I think Balenciaga is a Italian country, they may not see nothing wrong. An Italian company, they may not see nothing wrong with it. Are you familiar with the Italian culture outside of the food and the mob? All right, then. I guarantee you, if you're not Italian, a born-bred Italian that's lived in Italy, you just may be an Italian in heritage, but you're American through and through. You're not familiar with what goes on over there.
That's true. That's very true.
So I'm not saying from our moral standpoint that it's right, but what I'm saying is, that's just like this whole thing that happened with Lizzo, where we always used to say spaz out, right? In England, they use that as a derogatory term to disabled people or people with mental disabilities. Lizzo did not know that, but yet she was attacked for that. So the thing is, whatever something goes on in another country and what their culture finds appropriate or does not approve of, we are not the world. Well, I guess America is the world police, but our culture, our citizens aren't the world police.
Yeah,
it looks bad to us because we wouldn't do it. So if you don't like it, cool. Don't buy Balenciaga, which I would never do it anyway.
Well, all right. So I hold up. I get what you're saying, Dope.
The kids aren't naked. They just, they just got the stuff, the bears and straps and stuff. Yeah. If the kids were naked and stuff, it looks bad to us. Like I said, it's a culture thing. I mean, hell, you go to Africa, women still walk around naked. Men and women still walk around naked. We can't. The children walk around naked. Is that child pornography, or is that cultural?
So, I have a couple of things I can say about this because
Spanish. I didn't know what they were, but I'm just saying whatever they got going on over in Spain, That's if the Spanish people want to disagree about it or are disagreeing about it, then we in the right. But I just feel like we got our own problems over here with child porn and all of that right there. I don't buy Balenciaga. I'm never going to buy Balenciaga because they don't have anything I like in the first place. So I'm not going to stress out about it because, you know what I'm saying, don't buy it. If it's a problem, don't buy it. That's just simple as that.
I'm looking at the ads because it's an ad, right? You know, that people were, you know, discussing. And Kim Kardashian.
No, I don't. You saying I gotta relax. What I'm saying is by our standards, we need to fall back and let what goes on in that country. If you don't want to support it, don't support it. What goes on in their country and what they're doing, if their government wants to put a stop to it, let their government handle that.
So I get what you're saying, Q. Because this can be fired up.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't like stuff that goes on in a lot of countries.
Well, let's tailor this back to the man himself who backs Hitler and backs.
And I'm not excusing him either because
Trump
as an American, he should have fall back on that.
So
he should not be supporting them because it goes against our culture. That's the distinction. That's the distinction that I'm making right there. We should not support that.
So I get everything that you're saying. So not only should we not support the bullshit, the political end of it, because this can get political, by the way. You know, of course, what you saying, them being over there and being over here, Balenciaga has a market here in the U.S.
And if the U.S. decided to ban Balenciaga from our stores and not have stores here, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. So cool. I guess what Dope is saying, though, if I can call him that, I guess what he's saying, though, is, you know, being that it's here in a market and it has a high market here in the United States, we should fall back from, you know, we should be counseling them as Americans.
But what I just said
do
that.
You agree with that?
I just said that that's what we should do. Don't purchase it. Yeah. I said don't purchase it if you disagree with it. But what I'm saying is it may be acceptable to them from a cultural standpoint in their country. And that's probably why they produced it.
So, hey, what's up, Jeff? Terry's not here. He stepped away. He'll be back maybe in a few weeks if his schedule. But for now, it's me that's running the show, and then of course we got my boy Q on here. It's just two of us from the Knucklehead Chronicle podcast, but we do appreciate you being on here, watching and supporting. Hit the like button, comment, and of course, man, we love to have you on here. You're old school to me. I remember you.
And so, this is one more thing we need to be worried about.
What is it, brother?
If we worried about Balenciaga, then we really need to be focused on the Catholic Church. When it comes to children. We need to be focused on these CPS situations when it comes to children, foster homes when it comes to children. We need to put all of that into the same context.
Right. So, and he saying, I would not disrespect a Spanish person to come out. I will not disrespect a Spanish person to come out my mouth and ask CP, which child porn, tolerated is child porn tolerated in Spain. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that they aren't.
My thing is they may not consider that type of what they did with those teddy bears and had the kids in the pictures in it as child porn. So what they may consider as child porn is what I consider as child porn is seeing these kids in videos half dressed in pictures or with a grown up doing a sexual act or something. I don't want to see children in nothing. nothing that could be even considered child porn. But what I'm saying is they may not raise it to their level.
Right.
If you just
so let me ask you this right quick.
broadly ask child porn, they're gonna say no. But if you point directly to that picture, they may not.
All right. So let me ask you this, and I know you can give me a quick answer. Are we too sensitive about this?
From our culture standpoint, no. But what I'm saying is that this is the whole thing. It's a culture thing. I don't know what they're doing in Spain. I don't know if when they see that picture, they see child porn. That's all I'm getting down to.
All right, hold on. Because it's not Balenciaga is a world-renowned, just like Gucci.
I don't know the symbols. So I'm speaking from a point of not knowing. So, hold on. I need to know.
Let's go one at a time though. So what I'm gonna say though is since it's world-renowned, right, as a product that everybody's buying, people still buy them worldwide, right? What you're saying is we as a culture, but what about other cultures around the world? I mean, so, because of
I
course,
don't know. Because if you think about it, a lot of countries around the world are disgusted with the culture in America. They're disgusted with our gun culture. They're disgusted with our race culture. They're disgusted with a lot of things about our culture. So they're disgusted with our gluttonous culture. Mm-hmm. All of that. So here's the thing. Dope said it's a symbol. I don't know that. Want me to tell you why I don't know it's a symbol? Because I'm not invested in what symbols mean child pornography, because I'm not going to be out here trying to search for it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not into that. So, I'm not trying to figure it out. My thing is, if I know what I know is wrong from my standpoint.
So let me ask you this, right? We're worried about child pornography and things that are going on, right? This can run deep. This can go. We can have
it can run deep, and then we may have to.
Yeah.
we're
gonna cut it short a little bit, but no, we got one. But I what I really want to know is the severity of, because they had to. Balenciaga actually renounced. They denounced, their
that's good
campaign. But you're saying, hold on, because I'm trying to paint a picture here. They denounced their campaign. They took everything back. They apologized.
Okay, they satisfied. Did they? But are the masses satisfied?
Right. So, you think we should be satisfied with that too, and just move along, or are we pushing the buck and say, "All right, cool. All right, let's get back to buying the product," because that's essentially what Kanye West.
I don't see why.
Because Kim Kardashian spoke about this too, and actually backed them and said their apology was good enough for me.
I don't see why people would buy it. There's a lot of brands. I don't see why people would buy for that exorbitant amount of money anyway. So I don't see why nobody would buy Coach clothing like $100 for a t-shirt. I just don't get it.
Appreciate you. I'll take that. Yeah.
I don't get it, because it's maybe I'm not in the right tax bracket to get it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, I guarantee you the people purchasing Balenciaga is probably about 2 to 3% of Americans, if that much.
You're right. They're in the 2% market.
So it's probably 2% or lower. Yeah. So if that 2% is satisfied, all right, done. They're not gonna publish it. They're not gonna produce it. Mm-hmm. Cool, it's over and dead with. Right. Now, what are we gonna do about the issues right here at home?
Right.
When it boils down to it, that's where my mindset is. Right. We just talked about a man killing some people. What are we gonna do about situations like that?
Yeah, the gun control and everything else here that should be happening here. You're absolutely right.
What are we gonna do about the children in the foster system? What are we gonna do about the children being taken advantage of at churches or at schools and stuff like that?
And the military that's homeless.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about those situations?
Right.
What are we gonna do about the children who are in schools? It's gonna be winter and they ain't got no heat.
Right.
That's what I want to know. What we gonna do about
it. Yeah. Well, with that being said,
because it's easy to not go and buy something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest thing you can do. It's the real world. It's the real world situations that matter. That's the hard topic that people don't rah about the hard topic. They rah about the simple topics.
Right. You're absolutely right. So, with that, we're gonna go on to the next one. And I actually didn't want to do this as a meep of the week. But of course, this person the picture that we're about to show is not the meep of the week. It's the people complaining that's a meep of the week. So we definitely gonna do it that way, bro. Do you agree? You should. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I can understand the hurt, but I'm not gonna say the people complaining. I'm gonna say the people that are insulting him are my meat.
There we go. So we're gonna do this.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the meep of the week.
Meep. So Q and I was wondering, what should we title this as? And you know what? Bam. There we go. So we're going to title this one, Don't Be Mad, right? And the reason why we wanted to put Don't Be Mad, and actually it was Q's idea because I thought it was brilliant when he said it.
I should have said don't insult.
Don't insult. Well, I actually say don't be mad is perfect because there's a lot of people being ridiculous about this gentleman who has, ladies and gentlemen, look, this guy, I thank him for bringing to Jackson State University, university. A lot of my friends, a lot of Q's friends have gone to college. If I was living in Greenville and graduated, Greenville, Mississippi, and graduated in Greenville, I probably would have ended up at JSU or maybe probably you went to Southern Miss, right?
Yeah, I went to Southern Miss.
I probably would have ended up at Southern Miss with him and a couple of the boys, but I didn't, right? But I appreciate everything that this gentleman has brought because he has brought a lot of attention not only to HBCU, he's brought a lot
Mm-hmm.
of attention to one of the poorest states in the United States. And I have a lot of gratitude for this gentleman. He's not only a hell of a coach, he was a hell of a player, but as a coach myself, man, there's so much that I learned from him within a few years of him coaching college, right? But there's a lot of people that are slandering him because he's leaving JSU. This came out 2 days ago, right? This blew up 2 days ago. No one knew, but the news broke right before their championship game. They won the championship, the SWAC championship again, 2 years in a row. They went undefeated this year. And it's time for him to move on. And one of the reasons why, I know one of many reasons, but one of the main reasons I focus on is that he's leaving because his coaches are underpaid. But now we discussed this with a friend of ours on our Facebook that said, well, Jackson State, how come you couldn't match it? Well, you're comparing apples to oranges at this point because JSU, Jackson State University, does not have the funds, right? They don't have the funds to match Colorado. They don't have
the alumni support. They don't have any of that. Let me give you.
Tell him how much he was paying. Tell him how much he was getting paid, bro.
Deion Sanders was getting paid. He signed a contract. Hold on 1 second. I want to get the numbers exactly right.
So while he's pulling that up right quick, and Q, you cut me off when you're ready. But while he's pulling that up, this gentleman is going to a university that has got funds. And remind you, they are in the Big 12, and the Big 12 has what they call TV and
they got TV money.
They got TV money
and alumni money.
Exactly, this is not even included with the college funds, right? So, and they have scholarships, they have a name, they have a marketing. And this is all created by the Texas Longhorns here in Austin, Texas, who created Longhorn TV and stuff like that. Don't think that what he did, the deals that he pulled for Jackson State with Nike. Who else was one of the sponsors?
So he got Nike, Under Armour. They're working. They got new facilities. Diddy donated $1 million. They like, bro. They got a spotlight shine, a positive spotlight shined on Mississippi that we hadn't had in a long time in this man's 3-year tenure.
You have got to be shitting me when I say you're upset because he's leaving. The dude is leaving because for multiple meaningful reasons, not for greed, not for just money, because money is involved, but there's multiple. You also had an issue with Jackson State had issues with the water line down there during their football season and during their school season. He was the one that coughed up funds for himself to get water down there, and to help his coaches out who were getting underpaid.
So
gotta be shitting me.
He was making $300,000 a year.
There we go.
To coach. Also, he signed a contract for 4 years for $1.2 million. He will be going from JSU making $1.2 million for a 4-year contract to $5 million.
Hit him with it. Does it make sense? Because now his coaches,
he donating
can pay his coaches.
So he was donating $75,000 every year of that $300,000 so that he could pay his coaches.
Paying his own coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, stop right there. Stop right there. He was paying his coaches. The university couldn't pay the coaches. Now, yes, granted, you got a high-profile coach, but he got to pay the coaches out of his own pocket. $70,000 and that's not enough. That is not enough, which is what he's telling them. That's not enough. That's not enough for them to feed their family. Hell, you can go to McDonald's and make that. As a profession, these coaches, there's coaches in the league right now that are getting paid quadruple that amount. There's coaches in the college leagues right now, Division III colleges that are getting paid more than $70,000. Are you kidding me? There's no reason for this, y'all. So for him to take his coaches, he's going to be taking them with him to Colorado. I would say at least 75% of them have agreed to go with him, and he's going to go and take them to a market where they can not only be known, they're going to get paid. They're going to have the chance to even get job opportunities elsewhere after being. This only makes sense to do. I don't get why people are so uproar, and got their draws all tied in a knot for him leaving. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. Q, go ahead, man. You got the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, man. The only thing I'm saying is, us as we do it all the time. If we had a job and we may be getting paid some good money or whatnot, but then a better job coming by looking at our resume and say, hey, we can pay you more. Come over here. We gonna do it.
I jump on that bandwagon in a heartbeat.
Y'all say y'all feel like he pimped y'all. Y'all insulting this man, calling him a sellout, calling him the biggest nigga on the white man's plantation now, all of that. Like, bro, chill out, man. That man made a business decision.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
he did not. That what he invested in them young men at Jackson State, them young men ain't gonna all of a sudden up and lose that. And then you asking this man to spend the rest, y'all. So if Jackson State would have just up and fired him, would you want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all still be saying D.I. Love?
Of course.
Guess what? I went to Southern Miss. Brett Favre went there. I can care less about Brett Favre. If he was the coach there, I could care less if he left. Todd Pinkston went to Southern Miss. I could care less that these people went to these schools or even coached at these schools or whatnot, because what? Because guess what? Y'all just wanted to swag. You have to look at what he did for JSU while he was there. And I ain't saying you got to, and what he brought there. And it's cliche to say be grateful, but I can say have some understanding.
Exactly. You know, we just gonna leave it at that, man. Because man, I just think it's just utterly dumb for people to just go and get mad and pissed off and this, that, and the third. So for everybody that, you know, that got something to say, man, just hold it to yourself because you just sound dumb when you insulting the dude that did so much. I mean,
y'all don't even stay in relationships that long with people. So to be getting that mad.
Exactly. So oh man, that's just tough. But
and now, ladies and gentlemen, the meat of the week.
So that was a meat of the week, folks, and that's gonna wrap up today's show. We had, you know, of course, I hope we made everybody brighten everybody's day. I do appreciate everybody that participated, watched, shared, comment. Please continue to do so. Support us. Also, you can see us on the Roku channel. If you have Roku, we are on all platforms where you get your podcast from. So please check us out there. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it, man. Hey, Q, you got anything to say to the ladies and gentlemen?
No, and I do want to throw this out here. Just because about the Balenciaga thing, just because I have my thoughts, don't think I support CP. Don't think I support it. My thing is what I was getting to. The easiest thing you can do is not spend your money with someone.
Right.
You don't have to rah-rah about it. You just don't spend your money with them.
Mm-hmm.
Rah-rah about the more important things. That's right. That's happening right now in your own community, which most people in your community can't even afford Balenciaga. Rah-rah about that. I just wanted to bring a real world aspect to it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. And ladies and gentlemen, with that said, we're going to leave y'all with that. We'll see y'all next week. Of course, Q already mentioned he won't be here next week, but I will. We're going to see y'all on the flip side. Deuces.
Deuce.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.